Hello, I'm Coach Roddy with the Texas Thunder Youth Track and Field Organization, and today we will be cooking a chicken breast Pierre. And I got a couple of emails asking if I could put the calories and the proteins on the dish that I'm cooking for young athletes, especially runners, but my dish pertains to any athletes that are trying to keep themselves away from a high cholesterol diet. So today, our protein is going to be 28.8 grams, carbohydrates 14.8 grams, fat 7.8 grams, saturated fat 4.1 grams, calcium 59.8 grams, calories 246 for the chicken breast Pierre. We're going to serve this dish with white rice, which has 206 calories. We will be serving also with asparagus, 3 calories, yellow squash, 19 calories, fried potato cakes, 153 calories, which will give us a total of 627 calories.
Getting stronger. This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made.
We're going to get started on cooking our dish. First thing we're going to do, we have some chicken breast here that has already been dredged in flour. And we're going to take the chicken breast and we're going to saute our chicken breast. I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. We're going to saute our chicken breast. Okay. While our chicken breast is sauteing, we're going to take 1 3/4 cup of chicken stock that we will be using for our rice. So what we have here, we have parboiled white rice with 1 3/4 of chicken stock. We have sauteed chicken breast that is working, that has been dredged in flour, and we're going to continue to cook this halfway, and then we're going to pull it. Our next step will be to make our Pierre sauce, which consists of garlic, black pepper, mustard, dry mustard, salt, Worcestershire sauce, chili powder, celery seed, brown sugar, distilled vinegar, and a 14-ounce can of stewed tomatoes. So that will be our sauce that we're going to be using for the chicken Pierre. And we're going to serve this dish with, as I said before, white rice, asparagus, yellow squash, and fried potato cakes. You always want to make sure that it's a 2-to-1 ratio. And what that means is that if you're using 2 cups of rice, you're going to use 3 to 4 cups of water. So make sure that it's a 2-to-1 ratio. Now, while all of this is going on, I have my chicken sauteing. I have my rice in the mix of cooking. I'm just going to take a moment and turn this chicken over. And like I said, we're only going to cook this chicken halfway through. We're not going to cook this chicken completely through. And I'm going to continue to cook this rice. As soon as this rice comes to a boil, then you're going to turn it down so it can continue to cook. So now as you can see, my rice has come to a boil. So I'm going to turn this down, rice at a boil, turn this down. I'm going to slightly let this go. While all of this is cooking, we will here in momentarily start on making the sauce. So I will be getting back with you in a little bit to show you how to make the sauce. Okay, so now what we have here is flour that we have added to the oil, and this is what we're going to make our sauce for. We're going to take a 14.5 ounce can of stewed tomatoes. We're going to take salt, black pepper, garlic, mustard powder, chili powder, Worcestershire sauce, brown sugar, celery seed, and distilled vinegar. So we're going to allow this to come to a very beautiful consistency. That's what we're going to look for. Then what we're going to do next, we're going to take our chicken, Pierre, place it back into the sauce that we had. We're going to add a can, the same can, and add about a half a cup of water in this. And we're going to cover this, and we're going to continue to allow this chicken Pierre to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. In our asparagus, and we're going to bring this up to an al dente state. For those of you who may not know where to cut the end off of an asparagus, there's a blue rubber band that is on the asparagus. Cut in front of that blue rubber band, and that part there will prevent you from having the high texture of fiber that lies in the back of this, behind this blue rubber band. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut in front of the blue rubber band. All of this that you see here is nothing but high fiber, which is no good. You don't want that. You want to cut in front of the blue rubber band, and the rest of your asparagus is all good. It should look like this, not like that. Okay? So we're going to pre-boil this, and then we're going to cool it down, and then we're going to saute these asparagus in a lemon butter sauce. Next, we will be sauteing yellow squash, which will be going with our dish. The last thing we will be doing is our fried potato cakes. So hang around and we will get right back to you. As you can see, our rice has been cooked, and it took about 15-20 minutes to cook this rice. And that's how your rice should look. Now we're going to take a look at our chicken Pierre, which is looking very, very nice. You can see our sauce is beginning to thicken up. Man, I wish you guys could smell this. Boy, this is a beautiful smelling sauce. So we're going to continue to allow this to cook for a little bit longer. While this is cooking, I'm going to gently place this lid right back on it and continue to allow it to cook. I'm just going to turn the temperature down just a little bit. Okay? We have our water boiling for our asparagus. And the next thing we're going to be doing, we're going to cut our yellow squash. I'm going to teach you guys a way to cut yellow squash that was taught to me by a gentleman that I worked for 6 years, Chef Malcolm. Chef Malcolm, if you're watching this video, thank you for teaching me this. So I'm going to show you guys how to cut yellow squash. You're going to take your knife and you're going to come almost to the end of the head of it. Then you're going to turn it over and you're going to bring forth your knife to the end of it. Now we have a yellow squash that has been cut into quarters, but still attached. So we're going to cut it in about a quarter cup. You can see we got 4 cuts off of this yellow squash. And I'm going to show you guys again how to do this. You're going to take your knife, bring it almost right at the edge of the head of the yellow squash. Then you're going to turn it over and you're going to do the same thing on this side. Now, you have 4 cuts of this asparagus. 1 of this yellow squash. That's going to give us 4 cuts. 4 pieces. And like I said, thank you, Chef Malcolm, for teaching me that. Since our water had come to a boil, now we're going to start boiling asparagus to a saute stage. So now, as you can see, our chicken Pierre is almost where we need it. I'm just going to turn that over a little bit so it can cook on the other side. My step that we will be doing, and this will be the final step, is our fried potato cake. And what I have here is just simply some mashed potatoes. And if you have some leftover mashed potatoes, please don't throw them away, because this is exactly what I'm using, leftover mashed potatoes that I'm going to turn into a fried potato cake. And the way you're going to do these, you're going to dredge these leftover mashed potatoes off in seasoned flour. And we're going to saute these, and that's going to go on our plate. So we'll get back with you when it's time to cook these fried mashed potato cakes. Start cooking our fried mashed potato cakes. We're going to put a little flour right there. Make sure they are together. So we're going to drop that in there. We're gonna take some of the sauce that we have over here, and we're gonna put some of this beautiful sauce, just drizzle some of it up on top of that rice. We'll take that sauce, that beautiful sauce, and drill it right up on top of that rice.
Tell me again what we made.
Chicken breast Pierre. Pierre. See, now we have completed our finished product of a chicken Pierre with sauteed asparagus, yellow squash, fried potato cakes, white jasmine rice, and the chicken
and with stewed tomatoes.